Sairam students, welcome to the revision of chapter 13, that is changes physical and chemical. So children, in this chapter we are going to see about the physical and the chemical changes, right? In our surroundings children, we see many types of changes, right? There are some physical change, chemical change, natural change, some are man-made changes, right? So all these changes we are going to see in this chapter. Now you can see here children the first figure, right? So in the first figure, what is there? In this glass, milk is there, and in this bowl, curd is there. So milk is converted into yogurt, right? So this is a natural change, it is a chemical change, as well as it is an irreversible change. Now natural change because it occurs naturally, right? Whenever if you keep the milk overnight, right, so it will get changed into curd, so it is a natural change. Chemical change because a new substance is formed from milk, curd is formed, so it is called as a chemical change. And irreversible change, why it is called? Because curd cannot be converted into milk, right? So now let's look at the second figure. Now in the second figure you can see children that the ice, it is melting and it is getting converted into water. So this is a physical change, right? So no new substances formed in it. The third figure you can see, it is of a sprouting seed. Seed is sprouting, right? So this seed is sprouting. This is a natural change, right? Because it will because any seed if you keep for germination, it will sprout, right? Next is the boiling water, right? So water is boiling, that means it is a physical change because no new substances formed in it, right? Now here you can see these are the firecrackers, this both the figures, right? So both these firecrackers, they are exploding, right? So it's a fast change, it is a chemical change, and it is an irreversible change. Fast change means children because immediately once you light it, it will burst, right? It will explode, right? Chemical because it's a it is because it is a your different type of substance will be formed, right? And irreversible means ash will be formed which cannot be brought back to the original form. That means you cannot make it to the original form as a firecracker, right? And the last figure you can see here children, that the wood is on fire, right? So when this wood is on fire and it will completely fire up, what will happen? It will leave into ashes, right? So this is also a chemical change and it is an irreversible change. So why it is an irreversible change children? Because this ash you cannot bring it to the original form of the wood. So these are the different types of changes, right? So we are going to see one by one in detail these types of changes. Now what are these changes? Any alteration of a substance from its original shape, size and state is known as a change, right? So in any substance, the original shape is changed or its size is changed or its state is changed. State means if it is a liquid and it has got converted into a solid form or a gas form, that is all called as a change. Now there are many types of changes children. Over here in your textbook there are around 11 types of changes. Man-made change, useful changes, harmful changes, fast or quick changes, slow changes, reversible changes, irreversible changes, periodic changes, non-periodic changes, physical change and chemical change. So we are going to have a look at all these changes along with their examples. Now first is what are man-made changes, right? So the changes which are brought about by the humans, they are called as man-made changes. right? Means whatever things are occurring naturally, and in that some change is made by man by using his brain, those are called as man-made changes, like your burning of fuels, cutting hair, switching on light, right? These are all man-made changes. Now, what are natural changes? Now, the changes which are brought about by the nature itself, that are called as the natural changes. Means whatever it occurs naturally, those are called as natural changes. Now, if you take the example ripening of fruit, right? Now you can see here, this is the raw banana. It will get ripened banana naturally, right? Now spoiling of milk, whatever, if milk is there and if you are heating it and it gets spoiled, right? So that occurs naturally. Then there are change of seasons, right? Now after summer rainy season starts, after rainy season winter starts, so these are the changes of the season. Then the tides in the sea, right? So in the sea there is high tide, low tide, it doesn't depend upon humans, right? It occurs naturally. Aging of plants, right? Means the plants uh, if you see, they become yellow or they become dry and then they die. So these all occurs naturally, so these are called as natural changes. Now, what are useful changes? Changes which are useful to us, they are called as useful changes, right? So like you're sharpening a pencil, baking bread, cooking food, these are called as useful changes, right? If you're sharpening a pencil for your purpose, right, for writing it, so that means it is a useful change. Then baking bread, right, you want to eat it, so that's why you are baking this bread, so it's a useful change. Cooking food also, you require food to eat, so these are all the useful changes. So changes which are useful to us, they are called as useful changes. Next is harmful changes. Changes that are not useful or the changes that do harm us, they are called as harmful changes. Like your burning of coal, plastic, wood, cutting of trees, etc. These are called as harmful changes because it is causing harm to us, harm to the surroundings. So that's why they are called as harmful changes, right? Next is fast or quick changes. Now changes that take place in a short period of time, they are called as fast or quick changes, right? Like you are bursting of balloon, right? If you take a pin and if you prick it, it will immediately burst. So that is a fast or a quick change. Or a batter which is turning into a pudding, right? So that is called as a fast or a quick change. So changes which occur in a short period of time, they are called as fast or quick changes. Next is slow changes. Now changes that take place over a long period of time are called as slow changes. Means these changes, they occur very slowly. It requires longer period of time. So that's why they are called as slow changes. For example, a boy becoming a man, right? So it takes a lot of time. You can take the example of ripening of a fruit also. The raw fruit, it will take much more time to convert into a ripened fruit. So these are called as slow changes. Okay. So if we take the example, children, a fruit falling from a tree, right? This is which type of change? It is a natural change. Rusting of iron, right? So iron, if it is kept in a place and it is not used, it will rust. So it occurs naturally. Now the rainy season, right? So whenever it is raining, it occurs naturally. Now if you take the example of lighting an electric bulb, now this is a man-made change. And cutting vegetables, this is also a man-made change, right? So now children, let's have a look at the reversible changes. Changes that occur in the forward and reverse direction again and again. These are called as reversible changes. So what are the examples? Melting some wax and obtaining the original solid wax again, freezing of ice, etc. So that means reversible means you can again bring it to the original form. Now if you take water and if you freeze it, right, it will get turned into an ice cube. Now if you take out this ice cube again out, then you will see that it will melt into water. So again you can convert it into ice. Similarly for wax also. Now wax, when you melt it, it will get convert after melting of wax, what you can do, you can put it in the mold again, and again you will obtain the original solid wax. So reversible changes, they can be brought back in their original form, right? And what are irreversible changes? Changes that cannot be changed back to its original form are called as irreversible changes, and they are permanent changes. So a new compound is formed and it cannot be reversed. So what are the examples? Rusting of iron, ash obtained by burning, etc. So irreversible changes means it cannot be brought back to the original form. Right? Now suppose if the milk, it is converted into yogurt, right? Now yogurt, it cannot be again brought back to the original form, right? It cannot be converted into milk, so it will remain as curd only. So it's a permanent change, and a new compound is formed, right? Milk is a different compound and curd is a different compound. It cannot be reversed. Similarly, as I told you the example of rusting of iron, right? Iron, if you keep it one place only, if you don't use it, what will happen? It will rust, right? But that rust, you cannot remove it, so it cannot be brought back to the original form. So wood also, wood, when you burn it, it will get converted into ash, but ash, it cannot be brought back to the original form of wood. So these are about the irreversible changes. So children, in today's session, let's recap what we have learnt in today's session. So we saw about the changes. So what are changes, children? Any alteration of the substance, maybe in their size or in the shape, right? So these are called as the changes, right? And then we saw different types of changes. Around 11 types of changes are there, and we saw a few changes. First was about the natural change. So changes which occurs naturally, they are called as the natural changes. Then we saw about the man-made change. So changes which are made by man, those are called as man-made changes. Then we saw about the useful changes. So changes which are useful to us, they are called as useful changes. Then we saw, children, about the harmful changes. So changes that harms us or our surroundings, they are called as harmful changes. Then children, we saw about the fast changes, right? Fast or quick changes. So changes that occur in a short period of time, they are called as fast changes or quick changes. And changes that take a long period of time, they are called as the slow changes. Then children, we saw about the reversible changes. So changes that occur in a forward and reverse direction again and again, they are called as the reversible changes. And lastly, we saw about the irreversible changes. So irreversible changes are those which cannot be brought back to the original form, and they will remain permanent, right? And also a new compound is formed which cannot be reversed. So those are called as irreversible changes. So children, in the next session, we will revise the remaining part of the changes, physical and chemical changes. Till then, goodbye.